don't come for peace, I come for the storm. Fanboys melt quick when the truth gets warm. Saw content's high, I'm collecting those tears. Just got started, but I'm cutting through fears. I'm not here for brand deals, I'm not for sale. I expose your lies, rip off the veil.
Good old Versify thinks the Switch 2 getting hacked means nothing. Let's get into it.
This video of a Nintendo Switch 2 exploit has gone massively viral because it's only been a day and it's...
Of course it would, see? When you got fanboys trying to sit there and say, oh, the Switch 2 is going to be very difficult to hack, guess what? The internet accepted the challenge. You guys brought it on yourselves.
Already over for the Nintendo Switch 2, right? No, this actually means nothing.
Oh yes it does. I know you are very scared about your precious system getting hacked. It is the first step to fully hacking the system. This is how it all starts. So this is a beautiful thing because I want these games data mined. I want to sit there and make sure that Nintendo is being honest when they sit there and say, oh well, we can't do this or we have to price it at this because we're making all brand new assets like they did with Pokemon Sword and Shield. I want to sit there and know if they're actually telling the truth
for hacking the Nintendo Switch 2, and it's nothing to worry about. We can actually go and see what this really means.
It means it is the first step towards fully hacking the system.
So it's a userland ROP exploit. Unless they take it another stage, it's just that.
Which it eventually will. If you don't think it's going to lead to something else, then I have a beachfront property to sell you in Antarctica.
And it's not even like, oh, but it shows they're in. They can take it another stage, right? No, it doesn't even mean that.
Of course it means they could take it to another stage. Why would someone even attempt to do this, show that it's being done, and then not continue going forward with it?
So we have an actual explanation. ROP essentially means that he managed to hijack the control flow of the program he was running so that he could run pieces of other code already in memory.
Okay, and?
Basically running tiny pieces of the software Nintendo wrote in an order and a way that it didn't intend.
I mean, whatever Nintendo in order to wrote or whatever they intended to do is completely irrelevant. The people who are doing this, they don't care what Nintendo wants. I don't know why you care so damn much.
It doesn't allow for arbitrary code. It can't yet, if ever, so it's just very likely it will never take control of the whole device. It could be an entry point to another attack, or not.
Oh, don't you worry, it will happen, I promise you. You fanboys threw the challenge out there, and the internet said challenge accepted. This is your guys' fault why this is happening so damn soon.
So is it a good thing or a bad thing? It's neutral. It means...
It's a very good thing because I want to be able to data mine the games. I want to make sure Nintendo is being open and honest with us, especially at these high price points they want to charge these games at.
Nothing. In a nutshell, someone did a super duper simple hack for brownie points.
Well, according to a lot of the fanboys, this wasn't even supposed to be happening, but look what happened.
It doesn't say anything about the potential for custom firmware. So that's how much of a nothing this is. Like, it's not even a...
If it was such a nothing burger, then why are you making a video about it? Don't worry, behind your little fake foxy little thing, you're scared. We all know it.
Slightly positive thing, because we're on the first steps of cracking the Nintendo Switch 2.
Yes, it is, and it will happen. It's not like the Switch 2 is this high-tech, impossible hacking thing that a lot of fanboys are trying to push out there.
It's basically what the other guys said. You can compare it to someone editing a website and changing some text in real time via the built-in dev tools in your browser for meme purposes.
This wasn't even a built-in thing. You have no idea what you're talking about.
It can do stuff to that browser, or userland in this context, but you can't do other stuff for manipulation like kernel exploit unless they take it further and found a deeper exploit.
Oh, and it will. Don't you worry. Can you name a single modern console that has been hacked? I'll wait. I'm assuming that the older consoles have been hacked also, but I'm not going to go look it up.
But that's not a guarantee. It's not more likely because they found this.
Come on, Versify, are you really telling me that you don't think that will happen? You don't think that this Switch 2 is going to get hacked?
Other things people are doing with the Nintendo Switch 2, they're using the web browser by connecting to a different DNS so they can play Slither.io.
Quit trying to downplay this. You guys threw the challenge out there and they accepted. Accept your loss, lick your wounds, and run home and hide.
Also, someone got a Nintendo Switch 2 with factory firmware on it, which means, like, look at that. It looks like a hacking screen. It has weird numbers and text on it. We're in, boys. They accidentally shipped us a hackable console. Once someone gets their hands on it, it's GG.
All consoles are hackable. It's just a matter of time when they can find out how to do it.
No, you can't do anything with it. It's just a test.
And it's going to lead to something much more. The only thing I can see ever becoming a non-hackable system is if a company actually makes a system that requires you to do anything and must be connected to the internet. And I do not think that a company has the balls to actually do something like that.
It's also completely separated, so there's not going to be an extra loophole for hacking possibilities on it. And then stating these facts.
You have no idea what you're talking about. It will lead to something, I promise you that. Why do you think that this system that's already outdated, how do you think that this system is not going to eventually get hacked?
Causes people to just be toxic and stupid. Aged like milk, how'd so a non-hack?
Come on, you know no one is actually saying that it's been fully hacked. You know that this is the first step to it actually becoming fully hacked.
The replies are crazy. I too speak with absolute authority over things I'm uninformed about, as they are telling someone else they're wrong because they think they have the absolute authority.
I mean, that's what you do. When you came out and defended the horrible practices from Nintendo, I remember that video. You were sitting here telling us all that we're wrong, that we're a bunch of crybabies, that these games are worth it when they're not.
Even though influencers these days are just uninformed engagement farmers, they're still a step above the moron nobodies that are just going to reply because they need their confirmation bias.
I mean, that's you. You're literally speaking on a topic that you're not even qualified to be in, so why are you describing yourself now?
This means the Switch is going to be hacked. This gets into the right hands. Piracy wins. Yeah, it's the moral thing to do against Nintendo.
Well, yes, hacking, I believe, is the moral thing to do against any company. When these companies continue to come out and lie to justify their overpriced games, or sitting there saying, oh, well, cutting content from a game like they did with Sword and Shield, saying we can't do the national decks because we would have to rebuild all the assets. Then when the game got hacked, it showed that many of the assets, they use the same models from Sun and Moon. So yeah, try again.
And then just like the doubt from, oh, this thing you can't do anything with. You can't do anything with it. Source? Oh, we can find the source actually. This is just quality assurance firmware. Not sure why people are hyped about it. Just thinking this, just because they have debug options doesn't mean an emulator is going to come out in a month or two. Dev units are obviously going to leak some things, but it's still going to be a while before you can get anything out of the Nintendo Switch 2.
Maybe, but you will never know. None of us are going to know when this emulator is going to come out, but I know one thing, it will come out eventually. Yes, I did cut out a pretty good section of it because they were going on into like hacker terms, codes, and all that, and I don't know anything about that, so there was no point in me reacting to it.
And then they talk about the other exploit, I guess to use a DNS to redirect like they did with Switch Brew, and then found a ROP exploit in the WebKit.
Okay, how many exploits did they try with the PS5, with the Switch 1, before they finally fully hacked it? The point is, it will become fully hackable.
So yeah, it all comes together where people are just doing like simple things that look impressive, but it means nothing for the Nintendo Switch 2.
It means everything for the Nintendo Switch 2, because this is the first step. Even you sat there and said it earlier. It is gonna, well, you didn't sit there and say it, but someone else sat there and said it, you commented on it. It will lead to it being fully hacked eventually. The Switch 2 is not gonna be an impossible thing to hack.
However, you know you're going to go viral, so then you get all the points. So yeah, none of this means anything for hacking on Nintendo Switch 2.
You're making this video hoping that you're going to go viral. Okay, this isn't your normal content. You do a lot of talking about Pokemon, but unfortunately there isn't as much to talk about right now. So this is something new for you to speak about, to try to make you look good or something.
And anyone that's trying to like make more of this than it is actually just an idiot and evil because they want to pirate their Switch games.
Not everybody wants to pirate the Switch games. I want this thing to be hacked so we can data mine the games. Data mining the games is very beneficial to the consumer.
It's morally and ethically correct to pirate Nintendo games, and this is getting a crazy amount of support. And then again, if you're just like, this doesn't...
Well, you know, if Nintendo wants to cut down on it, number one, maybe they should make a system that's going to be very hard to hack. Don't make the easy ones. And number two, maybe they should lower the price and put their games on other platforms.
do anything. There's a simple exploit that could be achieved somehow, and it doesn't enable any hacking whatsoever, and doesn't mean that hacking will be enabled, and then you just get called an idiot and you get attacked for it.
You call people idiots all the damn time, so you know what? If you can't take it, don't dish it out.
No other company deserves it more than Nintendo, and this is the evil that I'm talking about. It's just all...
I mean, I wouldn't say that Nintendo deserves it over the other ones. Well, I guess I understand why they think that, because Nintendo won't release their games on other platforms, so I guess I can see that one.
And it's all just like completely unfounded hate, and it even draws parallels to like the cheating problem in Pokemon, that people just keep on going, well, if Game Freak made it easier to get Pokemon legit, I wouldn't cheat. And then Game Freak makes it like 50 times easier, and then everyone's cheating.
Oh, it is still difficult to get those competitive Pokemon. Don't act like it's super easy. It might be a little bit easier, but it is not that extremely easy like you're trying to make it out to be.
Just as much, if not more. It doesn't matter how much the Nintendo Switch 2 games cost. It doesn't matter how powerful the Nintendo Switch 2 console is for how much money it costs. People are always going to hack and pirate the exact same amount because they're evil. They're worthless.
Some people will, but it will sit there and lower it down to a significant amount. Why do you care so much about Nintendo getting hacked or about Nintendo's games getting pirated in the first place? You're still paying for them. You're still going to get to play them. Nintendo, under all that piracy you're wanting to talk about, Nintendo still became the most profitable they've ever been. So obviously, it's not hurting them that damn much.
They are a net negative to society because they can only extract value and provide nothing in return.
I mean, you literally just explained yourself. You literally add nothing to society right now.
Hey, look at that. We got someone that perfectly captures this. Entitlement syndrome. People feel their hatred of Nintendo justifies them stealing. Unlike the rest of us who lead responsible lives and pay for our own things.
Yeah, I don't think that they take it because they hate Nintendo. I think they take it because they want to sit there and play those games.
They feel like they deserve to get free things because of some perceived injustice. They do mental gymnastics to steal.
Okay, I don't agree with them getting it for free, but they should lower the price, make it a very fair price for the consumer. Unfortunately, you are justifying these overpriced games, and they can jack it up to $100 to $200, and you would still be okay with it.
Exactly. It's not morally or ethically correct to steal, especially with someone else's IP. It's also the same for like trying to hack it or be like so horny.
Okay, I've said this before. I don't see a single difference in downloading a ROM versus borrowing the game from another person. Because to me, it's pretty much the same thing. If you sit there and copy the game, back it up on a ROM onto your PC, and then upload it to the internet for people to use, I don't see the difference between doing that and giving the game or letting someone else borrow your game to sit there and play it. To me, that's no difference.
To have a hacked Nintendo Switch 2. And it's not about game preservation or being able to back up your games when Nintendo won't. 99.99% of it is piracy or cheating or malicious behavior.
You don't know that. You're just sitting here throwing numbers, okay? You have no idea what you're talking about.
Nintendo didn't start the trend of $80 games. That was already happening, and Nintendo is the first next generation console.
No one else started it. They were the first ones to do it. They literally were the first ones to give an $80 standard edition game.
Everyone else is going to have $80 games. It's going to be no different. And the value of the Nintendo Switch 2 for what it provides and the power that it has is great.
Oh, that's BS. No game should ever be worth $80. And just because everybody else is going to do it doesn't justify the reasoning for doing it. That's ridiculous.
The Nintendo Switch 2 and its games ecosystem is as fair as it gets, but all of these entitled losers...
It is not as fair as it gets. Releasing the very first $80 game and don't even come out swinging with that $80 game. That is not fair.
That have been completely broken by being terminally online. They just live for hate and evil, and they can't even get a single thing correct about the Nintendo Switch 2 if their life depended on it.
Neither can you. Look at you sitting here defending these horrible price points and a greedy corporation.
The physical copies of the games are not more expensive. It's not $90 if you want to own your game. It's $80.
In some countries, they did have them at different price points. And are you forgetting sales tax?
Like anything else. You also own the game key cards and you can use them offline. It's effectively just like a physical download off.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you actually own them because if that eShop ever went down, that damn game key card is useless.
The eShop. Instead of having like a download code or paying money on the eShop, it just goes in the cart and then it's like having a physical cart.
Okay, as long as the eShop stays up and running, just wait until they sit there and take that one down.
Virtual cards are better because you can't lose them, and they're also automatically returned, so I don't have to see my friend again if I want to get it back.
No, physical cards are better because if the eShop ever goes down, at least you can still play the game on the physical card.
Somehow, all of these things have been twisted into being bad because of just worthless NPCs, and then we also have just more observation. People really don't understand what a userland exploit is, huh?
No, but I'm guessing you'll explain. Don't worry, I'll allow it. Continue.
It can only run software. Unless they find a way to break the sandbox, it's a minor exploit that doesn't allow hacking of the Switch. But mayhaps...
It's still an exploit nonetheless.
Alright, this is a cringe loser. People are just happy to see the first step towards sailing the pirate sea.
Oh, yes they are, and it's the 7 Seas.
It's not even a first step. So that's what I mean, like, it's not... we haven't made any accomplishment. Most likely scenario is it's a neat little exploit without any practical use, and the most that could maybe possibly happen,
Davy Jones says otherwise,
is an emulator. But it really just kind of reveals how many worthless people are just skulking around on the internet looking for piracy these days.
Hey, an emulator is going to be a great thing. Well, that's it for my reaction. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with me or not. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay vigilant.
You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're hot and salty too.